For the final time this week, they call them the dulls, and yet the thing that's crazy is that they're anything but. Today's Tradle is like this has to be an enormous economic engine. Hang on, I'm just getting my screen region set up. Look at this. It's 256 billion, which I think is like the highest we've ever had. I think is 420 billion, which was the UK. If only we could have gotten 420 on May the 4th. They export $139 billion of crude petroleum annually, and quite a lot of refined petroleum as well, and some petroleum gas. Then some ethylene polymers, some acyclic alcohols, some cyclic hydrocarbons, some aluminum, sea vessels, gold, poultry meat. I feel like this is a country in the Persian Gulf. Cars? $1 billion in cars. That could just be 2 cars. Tropical fruits, but that doesn't mean that they're in the tropics because they could just be an import-export thing. We saw that, I think, with like the Netherlands before. Or maybe it wasn't. Anyway. I mean, 256 billion is a lot. I'm willing to just start me on a Saudi Arabia here, and I'm guessing okay, that's just Saudi Arabia. Oh, okay. Well, the context pointed us in the right direction on that one for sure. Okay. Good tradle, good tradle. I'm shocked it's not more. I mean, I'm not. I'm getting out of my depth here, but the fact that Saudi Arabia exports like 60% of the UK, that seems about right to me. Does it? Yeah. Aramco's revenue was like 500 billion last year. Yeah, but this is trade. It's not the country's. Listen, I was right. You're wrong. Deal with it. I know it's the first time it's ever happened. You got to find it within yourself to reconcile that I was correct and Tradle's correct, and you're the one that has to do an adjustment, okay? Start me off on Saudi Arabia. It's not even in the ballpark. It's almost as far away as it could be. What are you? Okay, well, you know what? Take me to Dominica. That's warmer. Still 2,000 kilometers away. Take me to Cuba. It's even warmer. We're 970 kilometers away. Take me to Barbados. That's colder. That's a little colder is the thing. Take me to Haiti. That's warmer, but not as warm as Cuba. This is technically America, but just work with me here. Puerto Rico. No, that's a territory. My mistake. Okay, Bermuda. Did you mean Germany? Huh? What country is this? I think this is Guatemala. Are you like... Let's just say Guatemala. That's adjacent. Okay. Is it Panama? That's one more down. No, it's 2 more down. This is Costa Rica. Could it be Costa Rica? No. Okay, there's more countries in here than I thought. Let me guess. Another one of these is Honduras. Yep, there it is. Okay, it's going to be that country right there. It's Nicaragua. That's cooler. Apparently, it's not. It's this one right here. It's El Salvador. Hey, there we go. I don't know if I could think of another Central American country. Wait a minute. No, I can't. Which one was John McAfee in again? Belize. Yeah, Belize. It's probably got more history than just John McAfee living there, but that's how I know it. Mexico? Excuse me, Mexico is part of North America. I mean, I don't know the delineating. For me, Central America is the country just south of Mexico. That's the northern bound of Central America. I know Central America is North American as well. I'm just saying the delineating factor in what I consider to be, well, let me put it this, it's a big circle. All of the North American countries are in it, including the Caribbean. And then there's a slightly smaller inset circle, which is Central America, that excludes the Caribbean, Mexico, Canada, and the United States. That's the way I look at North America. Okay, Globla is destroyed. We have defeated you. This, honestly, I'm really bad at this. I'm really bad at Worldle. I don't know why Worldle always thinks I want to buy a new car. I don't even care about cars. Like, I mean, I care more about the old guy t-shirts than I do about buying like a BMW electric iX M60. What's wrong with the BMW Corporation, by the way? Why can't they just name their cars like the Hurricane or something like that? Why do they have to name them like it's a newly discovered codon in the human genome? Anyway. Oh, act fast. You're buying a $70,000 SUV. Act fast. Your loyalty rate reduction will expire on May 21st. Anyway, I literally have no idea. I have no clue whatsoever. You look like Jean Jacket. I'm going to give you... I don't even know where to start with a guess. Are you Sweden? Doesn't really look like Sweden, but I also can't... We just need an arrow pointing us in a direction, okay? Just be reasonable here. It's like Europe's countries are like circular and like a little stout. And then Africa, like if they're on a body of water, you see like the body of water and then the other borders tend to be like pretty, like they were drawn up by lawyers, not by like, natural geology. Maybe this is Central Asia. It could be like mountains around here that form natural borders. Like maybe this is like maybe this is like a Tajikistan, for all I know. It's not, I mean, we're 12,000 kilometers west of Tajikistan. That's got to put us like in Western Europe, which is not likely, unless this is like Monaco. Monaco! Or like Northern Africa. This could be Tunisia. Tunisia kind of looks like this. Nope. 7,000 kilometers southwest of Tunisia. So this is on the southwestern coast of Africa. I'm washed. Eswatini. No. No. It's in South America. It's Uruguay or Paraguay. No. It's north of Uruguay. Oh, it's this is Guyana. We did it in the long way, but we got there. Okay. I didn't go far enough west here. Is it South America? Well, as soon as you know it's in South America, it's kind of easy. Because like Brazil, Argentina, Chile, all have like very obvious shapes. And the only like thin vertical countries are those ones that are like Brazil's haircut. Guyana, Suriname. I can't remember what all of them up there are. We made it though. French Guiana. I think French Guiana had a new single out this week. I caught it on Spotify Wrapped. It's the most boomer-coded joke of all time. Yep. 1996 at the box office. Okay. It's a tricky one. Paramount Pictures movie. It's a decent amount of money. It's the fall of 1996. Pre-Oscar bait, post-summer blockbusters. This is not easy. Paramount Pictures 1996. The actor is Goldie Hawn. Is this Overboard? Oh no. Genre, comedy, no kidding. Is it The Out of Towners? Actor 2, Bette Midler. Tagline. Don't get mad, get everything. Oh, wait. The First Wives Club. I've never seen this movie, but I know it was everywhere in 1996. I know nothing about this. After years of helping their hubbies climb the ladder of success, 3 midlife Manhattanites have been dumped for a newer, curvier model, but the trio is determined to turn their pain into gain. They come up with a cleverly devious plan to hit their exes where it really hurts, in the wallet. Make his pockets hurt. Da, 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 da. How do you know it then? Because I go to video stores like every weekend in, 1993 to 2005. And there's a couple you'd always see. You always see Jurassic Park. You always see the First Wives Club with Bette Midler smoking like a cigar or something like that. Always see the Silence of the Lambs cover, Bram Stoker's Dracula. You'd see, same thing with like Super Nintendo game covers. Like I would know none of them. I've never played, it's the one where the dude's playing a banjo. It's like a space shooter, but the guy's playing a banjo. Phalanx, that's it. Never played Phalanx, but if you showed me the box art, I would be like, that's Phalanx. Now that you told me it's Phalanx. Warner Brothers, open to 7 million. That's got to be disappointing. It's a crime action movie starring Steven Seagal. It's Under Siege. I'm not going to know this. I'm not going to know it. I'm sorry. Unless it's Under Siege 2. Dark Territory. Okay, that's a problem. Tagline. 2 good cops, 1 bad situation. We might as well reveal all hints on this one. A former government operative renowned for his stealth. Yep, that's Steven Seagal. Jack Cole is now a Los Angeles police detective. When a series of horrible murders occurs in the metro area, Cole is assigned to the case, along with tough-talking fellow cop Jim Campbell. Although the 2 men clash, they gradually become effective partners as they uncover a conspiracy linked to the killings, which also involves terrorism and organized crime. I have no idea. Anybody that saw this movie in theaters the weekend it opened should be exiled to Mars, in my opinion. I give up. This one is called The Glimmer Man. I never, ever, ever would have guessed The Glimmer Man. 0% chance that I would come up with that off the top of my head. Holy cow. That's tough. 20th Century Fox opened to $6 million. It's a comedy, drama, romance, music. Starring Tom Hanks. It's That Thing You Do. That's a good movie. Great film. Hey, Steven Seagal official. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. I appreciate that. Thank you. Also stars Steve Zahn. Also apparently stars Liv Tyler. I did not know that. A Disney movie that opened to $6 million. A comedy sport family drama. Is Air Bud a Disney movie? Nope. Budget is none. Is it just like the news? Tagline. No fear, no limits, no breaks, just ducks. This is the Mighty Ducks 2. D2, the Mighty Ducks. This is the Mighty Ducks. This is the Mighty Ducks, D3, the Mighty Ducks. Should have known based off the absolutely horrendous tagline. D3 is not very good. D2 is like fun. They're kind of like the Rocky movies. Mighty Ducks is okay. Well, Rocky 1 is really good, but then D2 is like Rocky 4. It's like it's worse, but it's more enjoyable to watch because it's cheesy. And then D3 is like it's Rocky 5. They should have stopped. Okay, Columbia Pictures, $12 million. It's a thriller drama starring Hugh Grant. Gonna guess this is not Notting Hill. And Gene Hackman. This is it's not The Firm, but it's something like that. It's like I think it's a law movie. Nope, not all surgery is intended to cure. I'll take all hints on this one. Guy Luthen, a British doctor working at a hospital in New York, starts making unwelcome inquiries when the body of a man who died in his emergency room disappears. After the trail leads Luthen to the door of an eminent surgeon at the hospital, Luthen soon finds himself in extreme danger. People who want the hospital's secret to remain undiscovered. Extreme Measures. Never heard of it. We did pretty 48th percentile. That's pretty. It's not bad considering what we were given to work with today. I think we did okay. Pretty bad weekend for the movies. It's below average? No, because only fucking psycho crazy people play box office game. Everybody else is like Billy on the street. Name a movie? Name a movie? A movie? Any movie? Name a movie? Frick you, yoga bag. Just name a movie. A movie? Okay, now we got something to cook with. Cine 2 Nerdle, okay? Name 10 books. That's a great meme. Kurt Russell, John Carpenter, This Is the Thing. I also see It Follows. Sexual Transmission, It Follow. Sexual Transmission, Jared Leto, FDA. I have no idea what that is, but apparently it must be Dallas Buyers Club. Okay, and then this is well, it's not really a shapeshift. Shapeshifter's the thing. I'm screwed here because now I've built this thing like backwards. Because now I got Kurt Russell, John Carpenter, The Thing. Kurt Russell, John Carpenter. I got shapes problems. Kurt Russell, John Carpenter, Antarctica, Shapeshifter. Kurt Russell, John Carpenter, Shapeshifter, Antarctica. Christopher Nolan, Elliot Page. No, there's a trick in here because there's an Inception. Elliot Page, Christopher Nolan, Shapeshifter. Antarctica is Inception. Because he be shifting the shapes. In the scene where they're shifting the shapes. When they're drinking the coffee, he be shifting the shapes in the city. He folds the city up. Jerry. Black and white roller derby whip. I don't know. Okay, it's actually... Wait, but this should be making a connection then, if that was going to make a connection. Because Antarctica is what I thought. There's like a snow mission in Inception. You know it's a mission just as much as I do. So this is not going to be Inception then. Maybe that's the trick. But now I'm getting thrown for a loop, brother, because I'm like, what is this connected to? It Follows, Sexual Transmission. The hell else is in It Follows? I love that movie. It's not in black and white. I guess it is a shapeshifter. Yeah, okay, fair enough. It do be shifting shapes. And then I'm so confused. Because I'm like, I'm screwed, dude. Kurt Russell, John Carpenter, Antarctica, Shapeshifter. Maybe I'm pogging, actually. We've already got... We got 3. Okay. And then... It follow? It... okay, I know that Whip It is a movie about a roller derby. I guess Elliot Page is in it. What the heck is Thief, Follow, Black and White, Christopher? Oh no, it's Memento. It's Following, 1990. I've never. I guess it must be his first movie. That's tough. I was looking for Inception there. That's a tricky puzzle today. I feel like I almost didn't get it, even though I got it. Look it up, bro. I'm working right now. It Follows, though. What a movie. "500 Days of Summer." Movies with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Movies with Zooey Deschanel. Movies that feature karaoke scenes. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I see Looper, The Dark Knight Rises, and something else. Ah, movies about pirates as well. Ah, Castaway, Toy Story, Cloud Atlas. These are movies that star Tom Hanks. Okay. I see movies with Keira Knightley, which must be, this is confusing. Movies with Keira Knightley, Pride and Prejudice, Atonement, Bend It Like Beckham, and Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. How can someone do that? Movies that take place in the future. With time travel. Wait, this doesn't take place in the... Maybe, okay, Looper takes place in the future. Minority Report takes place in the future. Ready Player One takes place in the future. I'm assuming Treasure Planet takes place in the future. We did way too much, man. I'm lost. Tom Hanks, Pirates. We have a cast, Keira Knightley, with Pride and Prejudice, Bend It Like Beckham, Atonement, and Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. What? Look, how are you supposed to solve this, brother? It's too much. It's too... No, it's a damn Rubik's Cube, man. Wait. Am I insane to think that we found out that Joseph Gordon-Levitt is the voice actor from Treasure Planet? If he's not, I'm cooked anyway. Just try me with one of these and one of these, and then one of these. Okay, so he is in Treasure Planet. We got 4 swaps left. We have... Tom Hanks. We have Joseph Gordon-Levitt. We have Keira Knightley. And we have... movies directed by Steven Spielberg. You can tell I'm a true cinephile that I got Joseph Gordon-Levitt before Steven Spielberg. I feel like the theming was not that hard. It was just finding the placement was kind of crazy. What was it? Movie to movie, where we had Treasure Planet and found out that Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in. Or no, you know what? It was in Box Office Game. It was a Disney movie where he was the star, and I was like, I have no idea. And it turned out to be Treasure Planet. This proves an old dog can still learn new tricks. Movie to movie. Holy cow, there's no Antonio Banderas connection this week? Or this day? Chicago to Interview with a Vampire. I feel like I've got this one instantly. We start with Catherine Zeta-Jones. We go to an Oceans movie, which must have Brad Pitt, which then has Interview with a Vampire. He's still got it. Too easy. Banderas is in Interview with a Vampire? Son of a bitch. Guess the game. It's Bully. Kind of looks like a Rockstar game. Metacritic score not rated. This looks mighty familiar to me. Like, this looks like it could be like a Resident Evil 2 or something like that. Original platform is the PC? The hell is this? I have no idea. The 11th, the 13th guest? Guest? 7th guest? I skip? It's a third-person shooter? This is D Vampire Hunter? What the hell is this? House of the Dead? Released in 2006? House of the Dead 2. Created by Mayit Entertainment. I'm not going to get it. I have no idea what this is. The answer was Gun Z the Duel. I have played this. This was a classic. I've never heard of this game before in my life. Single best third-person shooter ever made. It goes hard. It looks like it goes hard. It had the Matrix-style movement and animation canceling. This looks like something you'd play at a PC bong. That's exactly correct? Okay. Like you would show up to teach an ESL class and all the kids would be like, teacher, what's your high score in Gun Z, the Duel? And I'd be like, no, sorry, I'm more of a Kart Rider fan. Well, that was a tough one. He loves Nexon. Plus, you gotta hand it to her. She married him for love. She loves money. Hey, what are you gonna do? I don't know it. Skip me. This is top test drive. This is Stuntman. Hot Wheels. Skip me. I see Trackmania on the license plate. This is Trackmania. It's Trackmania. Oh, it's easy enough. From 2003. Ooh, I should be able to get this from artwork, man. Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. This looks like Night in the Woods. Boom. Easiest guess of my life. He still got it. And then the hardest of all the dulls. Everything we've done has led us to this moment. You guys want some vegetarian iron? How can iron be vegetarian? Isn't it a metal? This is derived from vegetarian sources? Metal isn't meat? Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, isn't is it all iron vegetarian? Like, not all foods that have iron are vegetarian, but all iron is vegetarian because it's just a fucking like element. Anyway, sorry, I get it. I'm just being pedantic for no reason. It's Dark Souls 2. It's more recent than Dark Souls 2. It's Borderlands 3. It is in the Unreal Engine. It's less recent than Borderlands 3, though. But it can't be Borderlands 2 because we're in the wrong saga. But there is, perhaps, it is a role-playing game, perhaps, made in the Unreal Engine. It's Lords of the Fallen. Nope, it's more, listen, that's made in the Fledge engine, you idiot. Have to say that it's probably the Surge. Doesn't even exist. I think we've been through that before. It's Kenna and the Bridge of Spirits, except it was that the other day. It's Bayonetta. No, that's probably not in the Unreal Engine. It's it's not in the third person or the first person, which that's a huge hint. It means it's probably isometric, which means it could be Divinity 2 or Divinity Original Sin 2. Ah, it is isometric, and it's between 2017 and 2019. What's the name of the games that they made that were Divinity but not Divinity? You know what I'm talking about. The same studio that made Pentiment. Those games were called. We even had it like a month ago. We had one of them a month ago. Is it Pillars of Eternity or Pillars of the Earth? Is this Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire? Oh! Please. It's in 2018. It's isometric bird view. It's made in the Unreal Engine. That doesn't help me enough. Give me something here. Oh, it's New World. It was made by Amazon Game Studios. What? Release year, no data? New World isn't even in the list? The New World? Chad, am I going crazy? Oh, I'd already... Okay, you're right. It's Lost Ark. I got confused. Well, it's... I mean, listen. I yeet my guesses because I want to keep my stats apt here. You tell me it's not Amnesia, a machine for pigs? It's Lost Ark. You're absolutely right. Remember when Apollo played that? And you hated it? There's a theme with the... I don't know if he's here. He might be here. There's a theme with the games that Apollo picks to play when there's game droughts. Lost Ark, RuneScape, Path of Exile. RuneScape's the best. Definitely. Take me to... We just did Game... Oh, okay, we're back in movies. I wasn't being sarcastic. At least with RuneScape, there was some banter. Lost Ark was just... I didn't even know what was happening. He'd sail in a boat for like a little while, and then he just like... By the time I started watching it, he was like level 90, so he would just drop into a dungeon and press a button, and a bunch of orbs would shoot out of his body, and then there would just be loot on the ground. That's it. That's... And... Talking about... Trying to recreate some NLSS banter with the rest of the crew. Sounds like Isaac? Okay, well, fair enough. How about a dull makeup for missing last week? Okay, how about you give me a time machine? How am I supposed to do a dull makeup? You really want me to go back and do 50 dulls today? Cine Nerdle has an archive. Yeah, but that's not the dulls. That's just an hour and a half of Cine 2 Nerdle then. It's a different thing. A one-word science fiction action movie from 1987. It's beloved. It's Hellraiser would probably be a horror movie. I'm gonna get this. It's a certified hood classic. Give me a clue first. A sardonic but perfectly realized depiction of a mayhem-fueled near future. 1987, rated R, science fiction action. RoboCop? It is RoboCop. Soon as they said near future and R-rated, I was like, it's got to be something Paul Verhoeven. It's got great reviews. Chrono Photo. This is the New York Yankees. This is actually Calvin Coolidge. And I know it because I did a lot of research for my joke, I want to smoke the shit that made Calvin Coolidge. So I know that without a doubt, this is Calvin Coolidge. Now, could I tell you when that dude was president? Absolutely not. But I'm assuming it's the 1920s. So put me in 1926. He's crazy. This is, it's like a protest in Costa Rica, Panama, Puerto Rico maybe. I'm going to say that this is, it looks recent, but also like it was taken on a, like the fashion is modern. Even though nobody's holding a cell phone, the fashion is really contemporary. I think it was just taken on film instead of like on a digital camera. So I think this was legitimately like, I'm going to say this was 2018. It was 2019. Okay. That honestly, I've played too much Chrono Guesser. The fact that I am now analyzing the film stock is definitely new. Doesn't it look like this dude is sitting on a doohickey that's about to blast him into outer space? I don't want to know what happens if he pulls the lever, dude. I couldn't tell you, honestly. All I know is I see this dude outside of every Vancouver microbrewery. So this guy is like straight. You know what's crazy? Is that this is like current men's fashion, at least on, you know, parts of the bourgeoisie on the West Coast. But if you were a woman and you dressed like this now, people would think that you ran a TikTok account dedicated to being a housewife. That's crazy. This fashion drifted seamlessly 50, 60 years into the future. If you wear this, it's like a uniform that immediately exposes your political beliefs. That's true. More women be dressing like this guy now. I see this all the time, the Kristen Stewart drip. Anyway, long story short, here's what I'm thinking. I mean, the man worked for a living, so it must have been before the invention of computers. They have a radio. It doesn't look like they have a television. So put me like, I'm going to go slightly pre-1950, but then I'm like, maybe 1950 is good. 1948. Okay. Am I fucking cracked? I've got my finger on the pulse of the world's entire history. Space, baby. This is a tough one. I mean, I'm playing it like GeoGuessr. Okay, he's rooting for Bayern Munich on vacation. Could he be German? Sure, but it's more likely this is probably around the last time that they won the the Bundesliga. Now, wait, but they win the Bundesliga every year, right? That doesn't narrow it down. I'm going film stock mode, and to me, this looks like a photo that's from like the early 2010s. This is a photo that it doesn't, to me, it appears to be either a digital camera with a fisheye lens or filter, or alternatively like a disposable camera. It looks a little nice for a disposable. This could be like a bespoke digital camera back when people who were not photographers would buy those. I'm going to go straight up. Give me 2013. It's 2018. Holy cow. Okay, Mike Myers and the Cat in the Hat. Pretty sure the Cat in the Hat came out approximately 2004 to 2006, somewhere in there. This is the funniest fucking picture I've ever seen in my entire life. Dude's getting it's everything, man. It's him in the navy garb, and then like he's so huge that the popcorn looks insanely small inside his hand, and then the popcorn bag has Mike Myers and the Cat in the Hat, even though it's probably not what he's seeing. Hey, check this out, okay? They're playing Runaway Jury. That's 2003. Matrix Revolutions. That's like September 2003. So I'm going to put us, I'm actually going to move us back a year. I'm going to put, what, 2003 though was gold member. It's hard to believe that Mike Myers would put out two. Oh, but the Love Guru was like, oh, wait, man, you know what? I'm going to go 04. I'm going to go, oh, maybe this is just like what they used to play. Ah! Whatever. 4,045. Still did well. Still a really good chrono guesser. Shouldn't have overcooked, you're right. It is funny, though. Housel. Oh, here we go. The hell is this? This looks like the damn Rosetta Stone. Presented by Bobby Orgel Coldwell Banker. Is that his... Did he marry someone whose last name was already Coldwell Banker? This house is... It's not my tempo. Let's just put it that way. I definitely do. It's deliberately designed, but I kind of hate it. Mostly because I'm like, what's going on in these rooms? What's going on in the Page Master rooms? Like, is there... They don't want any natural light in there? This looks like a Vancouver special right here, but I don't... This is not Vancouver. This house would be a local landmark. I'm just going to go ahead and say it's 8 mil. It looks big, but not that enormous. I'm sure it's a high cost of living area, and it's like one of a kind, so you probably pay a premium. That's too high. Okay. It's in Oxnard, California. I have to say, the interior design on the inside, I don't mind it at all. This looks, it looks very nice. Looks clean with it. It's just the outside is horrendous, in my opinion. But, like, you don't live in the outside of your house, I guess. Like, I don't know what these are. Maybe they're, like, ottomans, but I kind of like them. Is this when you and your wife bring someone back from the bar, and because you like their vibe, this is the chair that they have to sit on? Anyway, take me to... I'll go 6.5. Still too high. 3,200 square feet. Kitchen's not really my tempo, I'm going to be honest. Maybe this is just me. I don't like the elements facing into the room. Like when you cook, you're facing people. I prefer an island where you chop and then you take the ingredients and you turn around and you put them on the stove, and your back is to the party. I get that this is like a Food Network sort of setup, but yeah, aren't you like splashing oil and stuff out of the pots and then just getting it all over the main area? It's not a huge deal, but like it's not my tempo. Let me just put it that way. I'll take you down to 5.25. Still too high. 3-bed, 3.5 bath. I know that, I mean, this is basically just make fun of houses hour. I really don't understand the chair in the bedroom. And I get the joke, okay? I get the joke. But like so many bedrooms have a chair in them. And I'm like, what is it for? If not for that. It's for reading? You got chairs elsewhere in the house, though. I mean, you could. Well, maybe you don't, but they do. Like, it's 3,200 square feet. Yeah, it's just where you put your laundry, right? And you're like, oh, I'll deal with it later. It's a dressing chair? What does that mean? A dressing chair? I don't like a chair in the bed. I'm a big believer in space. Not every room, like maybe some people walk into a room and go like it's so empty. I look at a room that doesn't have a bunch of shit in it that I don't need and I go, holy cow, space that I can move around in. Like more storage or something I would accept, but just a chair? Maybe 4.5 milli? We got it. List price 4.65. You're a Housel Baron. I'm always a Housel Baron. Where do you put your clothes that are not too dirty to wash? If I wear something, underwear, socks, and shirts that touch my body get washed every time. If I wear like a sweater on top of a shirt or a sweatshirt on top of a shirt or something like that, then they go back in the on a clothes hanger in the closet, or they get folded and put back in the dresser. So they're out of sight, out of mind. Why would you need to have a chair that you put half dirty clothes on? It just doesn't make any damn sense. Back in the dresser is weird. Well, if you're worried about it making your other clothes smell, then you shouldn't wear that shit again. Because it's going to make you smell. Like you're more concerned about your clothes than you are about yourself. How do you remember how many times you've worn a sweater? Because I'm not stupid, I guess. Is that the answer you want? It's just one number. Because you know, billions of years of eukaryotic evolution created this thing that's trapped between your ears right here, so it's capable of handling very, very simple operations like that. If you got to guess, you just throw it in the wash. Like it doesn't matter. Possibly insane take, but I will drape clothes and rewear them on the side of I will drape clothes I'll rewear on the side of the hamper, maximum twice. That's not, I mean, you can if you want, but like doesn't it just make it harder to get your shit into the hamper? Like it just, like I feel like if you want to live your life like that and it works for you, that's fine. It doesn't really matter that much. To me, it just seems like you're adding unnecessary complications into a very simple system. But if that's your truth, then please live it. To me, I'm just like, most of the time after I wear clothes, I clean them. Because I guess I'm the weirdo. I'm the weird one in the modern era. I've got a rack for purgatory clothes. What does that mean? Like, why do you have purgatory clothes? Like it's too clean to put with it's too clean to put with the dirty clothes, but it's too dirty to put with the clean clothes. Why are you making it so complicated? Like it's more of, I would say it's like a Boolean thing. Your clothes are either dirty or they aren't. If they're a little dirty, don't wear them again until you wash them. Otherwise, they're clean, and then just put them back in the dresser. It's just weird. Like I don't I don't get it. What about outer layers, you weirdo? If it didn't touch your body, then you could put it on a hanger back in the closet. Why would you put dirty clothes in the clean dresser? Well, if the clothes are dirty by your admission, why would you wear them again? Because it's going to make your body dirty. One way or the other, you're choosing to put on dirty clothes. But you're like, oh, those clothes are too dirty to have it touch my other clothes. But it's not too dirty to touch my skin. Oh, don't, I'm poor, I'm poor. When you're, every time chat loses an argument, they're like, bro, I'm poor. You can't just load the I'm poor bullet into the gun to win every single argument online. I'm not going to let you get out of it, okay? You got to come up with a real answer. You don't have to be rich to wash your clothes. You could go down to the river with an old washboard and a bar of soap and go. So give me the real answer. I'm lazy. There you go. There you go. You said it, and you own that, okay? Try to weasel out of it, making me feel bad about myself. Not on my watch. I'm happy to stew in that all day. Anyway, what are we, time guessers next? This is a great photo. I don't mean this. Listen, I shouldn't be talking about anybody else's haircut. You ever notice that Dan still has this haircut from what I'm assuming is a Winklevoss twin? Or am I just thinking about his Big Brother photo? I mean, obviously this is Mark Zuckerberg, and this looks like a college campus. So we're going to say that this is Harvard 2004. I don't know where Harvard, okay, they know where Harvard is, thankfully. It's Harvard, let's say it's near Harvard Yard, 2004. Maybe 2005, but I'm going to say 2004. You got it spot on. Sorry, that's not a Winklevoss, by the way. That's Chris Hughes. That's a perfect score. Holy cow. Good start. Now this one, I'm a little embarrassed. This is gonna take the wind out of your sails. I don't know the year and I don't know the location. I dare not look at chat. I feel like this is Chile, unless I'm mistaken, which I easily could be. And I don't know the year, but it appears that the Chilean army is using, or the revolutionaries are using tanks. So I think maybe the 60s are pretty reasonable. Let's make a guess. This is Soviet invasion of Czechoslovakia. But at least we were only off by 3 years. Yeah, that is the Czech flag, isn't it? I thought this was the Chilean flag. Yager wears number 68. That's damn true. That is damn true. Chilean flag has a star. That's tough. It's just a tough one. They should give me some more North American ones. Like, it should be like Mike Myers eating a donut at a Tim Hortons. And I'd be like, bro, that's like Toronto, 1991. This is obviously a World Cup in the 1960s. Everybody's celebrating like they won. Maybe that it's a tie. Maybe this is the last time England won the World Cup. This kind of looks like Wayne Rooney over here. Maybe this is Wayne Rooney Sr. I'm going to say that this is Wembley Stadium because the ad is in English. It appears to be, at least. I don't know where Wembley Stadium is. I'll just put us here. You know what? Put us closer to the zoo. And then I'm going to say this is 1960. Well, let's go backwards. 98, 92, 88, 84, 80, 76, 72, 68, 64. Put me in 1964. It was 1966. That's really good. Honestly, although I went back 6 instead of 4 on one of them, my mistake. I went 98, 92 instead of 98, 94. That's still really good, considering, like, I know nothing about the history of the World Cup. It's Jesse Plemons. I don't know. You can't see his face. This seems like Germany, Berlin. I'm going to say maybe this is the edge of the Berlin Wall. This is definitely like the mid-1980s. Let's be honest, we're not going to know too much fine-grained detail here. There's the Berlin Wall Memorial, so let's just put us down right there. And we'll say this is like 1984. It was 1989, but we were very close on the location. Fabled edge of the wall. Okay, I mean, I guess like they are literally walking around the edge of it. I thought maybe there was like a border guard checkpoint, like a off camera. Isn't this Portal? I don't know. Obviously, the wall did have an edge at some point, like maybe where Berlin ended. 1989 is the year it fell. Yeah, I know. I was wrong. Is that what you want to hear? That's just an exit sign in European countries. Oh, in North America, our exit signs say exit. That's where I got confused. Honestly, if I saw this sign, I would assume that this is how I get to the next level. That's not fair. Sometimes they say sortie. This looks like they're filming the Blues Brothers. Obviously, this is the Boston Marathon. This seems like a historic photo, but I have no idea what's going on. Like she won the marathon, but then she's getting arrested. Possibly for not throwing enough batteries on the ice when the Boston Bruins lost a playoff game. Let's say this is the early 1970s, 1973 in Boston. Rosie Ruiz, after winning the 1980 Boston Marathon, shortly after she was found to have only ran the last half mile and was stripped of her title. You could do that? How do you cheat in a marathon? It is pretty funny. She jumped the fence? But like, didn't anybody see it and go like, hey, what are you doing? Well, yes, that's why she's getting arrested. Yeah, but they put like the olive leaf or the laurel on top of her head and the medal and stuff already. You try chasing a marathon runner? I guess they did have to catch up, but I mean they're not that fast. I mean they're faster than the average person, but not as fast as a sprinter. So she walked the first 25 miles? No, I think she was just like half a mile from the end and then she like just jumped over the barricade or like ran onto the course and then just finished and pretended she did the whole thing. I don't know. Final score 41,000, dude. In spite of the Chilean guess, we still got what I would consider to be a good score. Thank you, Mr. Zuckerberg. Okay, now we're talking. This shit actually looks like, and this is so Ontario pilled, even though I'm sure this is in the United States. Where I grew up, you would drive past kilometers of empty road and then just like a house that looks like this. No signs that anybody currently lives there or has ever lived there. No path, no signs of wear and tear, no mailbox, no nothing. This is not my childhood home, okay? This is not. I listen, there's nothing around it. I'm going to say that this is like $75,000. Maybe the lot is huge. I don't know. That's too low. It's in Isle La Motte, Vermont. I know this sounds crazy, but there's just, I want to be able to spin 180 degrees around and see if there's even like a road here. Because if I turn it the other way and then there's like a charming little bed and breakfast and like a unique cafe and a grocery store that's not part of like a national chain, I would be like, oh shit, this is probably like 500 grand. But if I turn it around and then there's just an open field on the other side, then I'm like, I mean, I'm not going much over like 150, I'll tell you that much. It's a single family home. Maybe I'm being a snob. They don't have like a path that leads to the house. That's like a given, man. There's no path. There's no mailbox. There's no nothing. It's missed. 250. It's higher than 250. 3 beds, 1.5 baths. 500? Okay, it's lower than that. Built in 1820. Oh, no kidding. I could, if that was the guess, I could have gotten you there, no problem. 400,000. I mean, honestly, this shit looks like it's like 900 square feet. Never mind. It's 2,200 square feet. It's 300,000. You got it. Sold for 299,000. I mean, it's like not expensive for quote unquote the average house in the modern day, but it's pretty expensive for what you're getting. Like, I want to learn something about Isle La Motte. All that footage and only 3 beds, 1.5 baths. You know what? That means they respect space. And I respect that. I still don't want to live there, though. Today, I'd like to go from Lesotho to Somaliland. Now, this is a problem for me because it's like a movie to movie where I don't know the finishing movie. What is Somaliland? Lesotho, to get out of it, you have to go South Africa. And then, like, okay, well, you know what? It must be up here, like around Sudan, maybe. Go to the Gambia. Hang on, hang on. If we're going up the north east, just the east coast of Africa. I know we're gonna have a Kenya in there. Maybe that could be like our midpoint. Oh fuck. North of Kenya, Sudan. I'm washed, guys. South Sudan might border in that case. Ethiopia. Okay, we got a connection. Now I've got to go from South Africa to Kenya in 3 countries. Mozambique. Oh! All I know is this is Uganda. So we're not guessing Uganda. Angola's over here. Chad, Mali, Central African Republic. What about the Congo? The Democratic Republic of the Congo? Oh. Any chance that there's like a... Oh, you know what? Djibouti. Oh. Oh, I got one more guess. Okay, Djibouti's just this little ad right here. Burkina Faso. Equatorial Guinea. No. Senegal, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, Ghana. I don't think you're going to be Guinea-Bissau. I already got Ethiopia, Kenya. Mozambique was a great guess. I'm proud of myself for that one. I'm like, I can't even think of another country in Africa. I can think of all the ones that I know it's not. It's definitely not Egypt or Tunisia or Libya or Algeria or Morocco. I don't think could it be Cameroon? I feel like Cameroon is on the west coast as well. Now I'm just thinking of countries that are like good at soccer. That's not gonna work, man. Give me Cameroon. I don't think it is, but what is it? Tanzania? Is this Tanzania? Tanzania? Zambia would do it too. All right, well, you know what? You live, you learn.